Step 1 in the grafting in pattern is to separate the knit stitches from the purl stitches. We need to take 2 needles and just transfer 1 stitch from the needle to each of the needles that we hold on the right hand. And at the beginning it's a little bit fiddly, but once you get the correct, it's like kind of the correct angle and you get into the rhythm of it, so it's getting easier. Okay, so just do it very, very slowly. For the purl for the back needle, and the knit for the front needle, and the purls to the back needle, and the knits to the front needle. I'm kind of like inserting the stitch between the needles and to the back when I want to place it on the back needle, and then between the needles and to the front when I want to place it on the front needle. So this is a way to not lose, like both of my needles on my right hand are parallel and they are on the same edge here. Nothing is coming out. I'm just inserting my left hand needle between them to the front, between them to the back, between them to the front, and between them to the back. So try doing this. I hope it will make it easier to transfer the stitches, and let's meet after all the stitches are separated into knits and purls. And when I get to a stitch marker, I can place it maybe on the front needle, just to have the marker. I think it will help us with the grafting, so maybe we will keep the marker on the front needle. So I'm going to place it here and continue transferring my stitches. So we have front layer on one needle and back layer on the other, or if you had one needle, then you would have this fold here of the cord, and one needle will hold the front layer and the back needle will hold the back layer. Knit stitches, purl stitches. Now we need to cut the yarn. We are going to measure about 4 times the width, and we are at the widest spot of the cowl. So let's say that's 1, 2. I'm making it always a little bit more. Let's go, and that will be 3, that will be 4, and a little bit more for luck. And let's cut our yarns, and we are going to need 2 needles. So we are going to thread each of our yarn into a different tapestry needle, because we need to work both colors all the time. So I'm going to thread one color to one tapestry needle, and then the other one to the other tapestry needle, and we are ready. Now let's treat the other side. We need to open the chain and place the stitches on our needles. And that's easier because we casted on first the dark stitches. We can identify them here. And then we casted on the light stitches. So let's go ahead and take the chain that the light stitches are connected to. We know that this side of the chain is the end of the chain, so this is where we need to start to unravel. So one needle will hold the light stitches and then the other needle will hold the dark stitches. So let's open up the chain here. It should be easy. Just pull out the chain stitches and they are supposed to open up easy. If they don't, it means you're on the other side. So try to go to the other side and open the other side of the chain and see if that opens up easy. And when we get to the first stitch, then we need to start placing them one by one on our needle. So I'm inserting my needle here to the stitch, and then I'm pulling the chain and taking out the yarn, the crochet yarn. Again, I'm going to take this out of the way, place the needle inside the stitch and pull the chain to open it up and take this yarn away. I'm in with the needle and out with the yarn. In with the needle and out with the yarn. So this is pretty easy. Let's do that with all the light stitches and meet again to see how we do the same thing with the dark stitches. The last stitch is always a bit strange. I'm going to insert my needle and I counted my stitches, so I know that this is the 59th stitch, and it is a stitch. It's not just a yarn over or whatever, so don't skip any stitch. Make sure you have 59 light stitches on your needle. And now I'm going to pull the yarn that I already opened up, and careful that you don't open up still the dark stitches. And now that the yarn is free, we can pull the stitches here, place them on a cord, so we can continue open up the stitches. I'm going to turn the work so the stitches, the dark stitches, are now on top, the front layer, and let's open up slowly. I'm looking for where my chain begins, and I'm inserting my needle here. I'm doing it from the wrong side to the right side. That's how I end up with the stitches mounted with the right leg in the front. So that's the Western mount, and that's how I work. And here I'm not sure if this is a stitch or not. I am going to leave it on the needle for now, and then I'm going to count and see if I have an extra stitch or not. Okay, and we can continue. So from the wrong side to the out to the right side with my needle, and open up the stitches of the chain. Let's open up all the stitches, the dark stitches, and then continue with the grafting. Let's see how to position ourselves. So the last row that we worked was the right side, and now we turn to work the wrong side. We have to turn because we need our yarns to be on the right side. I mean the right, not on the left, because otherwise if they're on the left and we want to work the right side, we're going to have to do it backwards. And if you're left-handed, that's fine. But if you're working normally and not as a lefty, then you need to have your yarns on the right. So although they are connected to the right side layer, we are going to use them from right to left, the direction of the knitting, to close the wrong side. Long explanation to tell you that the last row we worked needs to be at the bottom. The cast-on stitches are at the top. The cowl is not twisted. Okay, we need to close it flat. So we are going to have the wrong side dark color stitches at the top on our needles, and we can begin working the wrong side, reading the chart and grafting just the wrong side layer. Then with a new set of yarns, we're going to graft the right side layer separately.